everyone, Raider Dash in Womble here. Blimey, it's cold out. Hope everyone had a great Saturday. All the dashers and all the gig workers had a great Saturday delivering, and hopefully all the customers got their food as they wanted. Oh, bloody hell, it's a bit chilly out tonight. Just a tad. The van says it's about 20 at the minute, but it's not. And it's 2 o'clock on a Sunday morning now. Got back. I worked till a bit late. Didn't start until a bit later tonight, just before, I think about 6:45, 7 o'clock, sometime around there. And not sure why I ended up so late, but anyway, it didn't matter. Tomorrow is a day that today is the day that I want to be out a bit earlier, because Chiefs are playing, and I want to get out there and hopefully get a few catering orders under my belt. So hopefully that's going to happen. Well, tonight was, even though I got out a bit later, you know, it was somewhat busy. I wouldn't say it was overly busy, but I mean, yeah, we got a few. It wasn't, we stopped several times, but not a great deal. We weren't stopped for too long. The first job that I went to, I can't even remember where. I think it was one at the Mint that I went to first of all. I believe it was. I think it was. Anyhow, I know where I delivered to, but I can't remember what it was. But anyhow, and the app just gave issues. We got to the app has been playing weird on DoorDash. It's been weird tonight or last night. Well, no, it's still, because I delivered very late too. I've done what did I do the last one? Pizza Hut. Done a Pizza Hut. Might have been the last job, yeah, because I done two. No, I didn't. I did one Papa John's just before that, and then I was coming back, and I'm coming for Pizza Hut. So, and I think they must close at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. Bloody on my knee. Anyhow, it looks like Pizza Hut are really cracking, trying to get more drivers to work there. It's not for me to work there. Don't particularly want to work there. They're good people though that are there, and they do ask me every now and again if I want to go work for them. They're trying to get me to go work for them, but no, I just don't want to commit myself to being somewhere, because I can't always live up to the commitment. So that's why I choose the flexibility of being a DoorDash driver and Uber for the time being. Mainly because my wife's problems with my wife's health, so I can't really commit to being somewhere. So that's why I choose not to be with him. Anyway, or really anywhere. But anyway, yeah, the bloody app, DoorDash app, I don't know what went on. First job, I turned the phone off, because I don't know, it's been messing about this week. I thought it was my phone. I thought maybe because I got too much heat or something on the back of the phone, but it don't get hot on the back of this charging thing, because I haven't had the wireless charger on. I just plug it into the thing if it needs it, but plug a cable in the bottom of here. But so I don't know, it's got to be their bloody app, because I went to the first job and the map wasn't catching up properly, and I got to the address, and it was dark. Obviously it was dark by then, and of course you can't see the numbers too easily. So I backed up and finally flipping determined which one it was at, because I didn't want to get out there. It was bloody cold out there. I'd go out flipping hunting for someone's address and rather leave it up to the app. Anyhow, but that was proving difficult. It just wasn't catching up to where we was, and backed up, got it on the right flipping driveway, then got the tried to switch on the, it was a leave at the door, so I was trying to switch on the take a picture of it, of the food. It's like, oh my good grief, come on, it was so slow to bloody get on. Like click click click, come on. Finally it comes on, and I'm trying to take a picture. The image viewer through the DoorDash app for taking a picture went all weird. Instead of being oblong, it was coming out in a small square. Like, oh, good grief, come on. And I'm trying to take the picture, but I'm hitting the button, nothing's happening. Like, oh, come on. And I can hear the people in there, because I've actually put it on the bench in front of their window, and I can hear them in there waiting for me. The kids are in there, they've been jumping around, and they're waiting to get their food, but they can't, because I'm there trying to twit about playing with this sodding app yet again. Anyhow, I finally got a picture, but I guess I moved too quick and it just didn't take a picture properly. So, and I wasn't going to have been sod about with it anymore, so I left it as was. And got back to the van, moved off to their driveway, and was trying to mess about with it. Finally got it to say that I'd confirmed the order, but I had to go through it several times. You know, rate the delivery, that sort of thing. Then hit confirm. Well, I went for it 3 or 4 times to finally turn around. It finally turned around and told me how much I earned on that delivery. I took a picture of that, screenshot of that. It flipping it got it. That was it. Got whatever it was. Hit it and hit it and hit it. Finally it went off, and then I just turned around and rebooted the bloody the system. But it has been odd all night long, and it wasn't just that one address, and it wasn't always the picture taking. It seemed to be a bit better after I rebooted the system, but not for long. I mean, it was quite comical actually, because you would you'd go up to be driving up the street towards the house where you're supposed to be delivering at, and then DoorDash app would suddenly the map would suddenly catch up again. Well, no, the map was actually turning out to be a bit quicker through the night, but catching up with us. But as she got to the address to drop off, it suddenly sped up like it was on helium or something. It was the most weirdest flipping thing, and it's been doing that about all night long. It was doing it all night long, because it did it on the last couple of jobs too. Well, the last job, because the one from Papa John's was actually a no, that was a DoorDash order, because I worked DoorDash and Uber tonight, Uber Eats rather. Nothing seemed to happen too well on Grubhub. I did have them all going, and nothing just seemed to line up with Grubhub. But delivered to one house twice with Uber Eats. Went to where did we go? Taco Bell on Chipman Road. Taco Bell on Chipman Road, and I'm in there I got in the lobby. I was so bloody cold in Taco Bell. Anyhow, and go in there, and someone comes out to see help, and tell them room there. Oh, they're just doing that one. She says, okay, fine. And I waited for that one. It wasn't going all that far away, really. I think about 4 miles away, if that. And I waited for it because it was a $22 order, I think it booked at first of all. Oh, well, I'll do that one. Anyway, I've got my scarf on tonight. Bloody needed it. The van is heating, is having an issue. 1 minute it feels good, and it feels like it's coming out of there alright, but anyway. Some reason or other it's a bit on the chilly side in here. Maybe because it's cold on the windows. But anyway, so, and the van has been, temperature gauge has been a bit iffy tonight. It's gone up a couple of times. I stopped, the expansion tank is, has enough coolant in it. I didn't open the radiator because I didn't want to get bloody burned. But, so I'll wait till tomorrow or later today, and might need to put a new radiator cap on it. Anyhow, where was I? So I'm in Taco Bell. He says to me, oh, it's going to be, they're working on it now. All right, that's okay. $22, I'll wait. It might turn out to be more, I don't know. And I finally texted the customer and I said, the restaurant is behind, and I'll be with you as soon as I can. Apparently I was in there about half hour. I would never have waited that long if it was any less than that. Not a chance in hell. But it was paying pretty well, with a chance for it to go up. With Uber Eats, you just never know. It could stay at where it's at, or it could go a bit higher. Anyway, I never heard anything back from the customer after texting them. I reported that there was a bit of a lengthy wait at through the Uber Eats app. Just told them that it wasn't ready, and then sent a message to the customer. Anyway, what did I do it for? I don't know. Anyway, somewhere around about there. So I'm waiting and waiting, and then this geezer walks in behind a bit later on, and DoorDash driver got chatting with him. He comes in. I said, "Oh, you DoorDash?" And he went, "Yeah, DoorDash." I went, "Good luck." Yeah, it's a bit of a wait. Anyhow, so yeah, he had to wait as well. And we just chatted while I was like, okay, well, I'm stuck here anyway, so I chatted with him. Nice bloke. He's only been doing it a week on DoorDash. He said he's already got used to being at Taco Bell on that one that we were at, on the one on 291 for a wait this week. Oh, jeez. Fast food don't seem to be worth it. I've forgotten that they're fast food. They're supposed to be fast. Gosh, this thing would be a bit warmer. Anyhow, so we chatted for a bit, and then the lady came over, and then another woman came over to me, and she says, "Oh, we've had to put a batch of a new batch of guacamole. We're waiting on that." Okay, so what do you mean? Okay, because they burned the rest. Burned it. Okay. I don't like guacamole. I'd never been all that. Guacamole, I don't know, it's a weird taste. I don't bother with it. So I have no idea whether they got to cook it or what, but it always seems cold when I get it. But anyway, so I went, "Oh, okay." Anyhow, and then when I got in the van and told my wife what they'd done, she used to run a Taco Bell many years ago. She was a manager at one, many moons ago. So she looked at me like I was crazy. What do you mean they burned the guacamole? You don't cook guacamole. That's what they told me, but it didn't smell too flipping healthy in there. Anyhow, which maybe that's why it didn't smell too healthy in there. I don't know, but that's what they told me. But and the other geezer was there, and he looked at me strange, like, what the hell did they do? Maybe he knew better than I did, I don't know. But anyhow, like I said, I'm not thrilled with that flipping stuff. Anyhow, yeah, so finally got out of there. The geezer that had wandered in with the DoorDash, he got his order just before me. And then my one came out. Maybe he didn't have bloody guacamole on his. But then the woman that had been serving me in the beginning came out, and she goes, "Did they tell you about the guacamole?" I said, "Yeah, she told me about 10 minutes ago." She said, "Well, it was actually 13. I guess she'd looked. And I said, "Well, I've been enjoying the chat with this bloke, so I didn't realise the flipping time had gone by so quick." So, anyhow, but she was alright. She actually gave me a certificate for or coupon or whatever to get a free couple of tacos or something for the wait, which I must remember to get out of my pocket. Anyhow, so oh yeah, so went off and delivered that. Got it up to the geezer's house. Thankfully, the Uber Eats app was working. No problems with that, except that their map doesn't always seem to line up at where you're supposed to, which house you're supposed to be at. Doesn't show any numbers or anything on the houses, so you kind of, it's either that one or maybe the next one up, who knows. It's somewhere in the vicinity of wherever you're parked. The little pin vipping of where you're at doesn't bloody help. They should do it like the DoorDash one. Anyhow, go deliver it. Put it on the geezer's flipping doorstep, took a picture. Got back in the van. Had to go make a beeline for a pit stop over at Quick Trip. So did that. While I was at Quick Trip, another order comes in for Fazoli's. This one again is on Uber Eats. Okay, and then so I take that one on, click on to, I know where Fazoli's is, but when you click that you've accepted it or whatever, it tells you that, gives you directions of where you're going. So it's announcing it over the bloody radio because I've got it Bluetoothed in, and what it do? It doesn't call Fazoli's, it's Fazoli's. What? Fazoli's. Darn bloody flipping screwball system. So I get down to Fazoli's and get in the drive-through. There was a car ahead of us, little Jeep Renegade ahead of us, and this get to the speaker thing, and the bloke says, "Oh, can you call your customer and tell him that we don't have pizzas?" You what? Yeah, we don't have pizzas. Well, I didn't know you did pizzas, but okay, anyway. Alright, yeah, I'll call him. Hey, not another one. So, called the geezer, and it goes to, it rings and then it goes to voicemail. Oh, bollocks. So, I texted him, waited. Oh yeah, and that's it. Fazoli's or Fazoli's. The order, when I looked at the address when it first came in, I went, well, that's where I just bloody been, because it doesn't tell you. You can't zoom in on the map on Uber Eats like you can with DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub. You can zoom in and you can tell where it's going to, whether it's going to a block of flats or apartments, whatever you want to call it, or whether it's going to a business or just a duplex or a regular house. Anyway, but on Uber Eats they don't give you that option. They just give you the cross streets where it's basically at. So I looked at it and I went, and now where it's just bloody been. Whatever. Anyway, so like, blimey, and all these people down this area are ordering food tonight. Anyhow, when I got to Fazoli's, it came up. I looked at the order and went, it's the same bloody bloke I just delivered the other stuff to, the Taco Bell to. Wow. Yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, so they asked me to give him a call to tell him that there was no pizzas. Well, what it is because they were closing soon after, so soon after, that they turned the lights out as soon as we drove off of their out of their drive-through. So basically, is what they wanted. What they meant to say is that they just didn't want to cook a bloody pizza. So anyhow, the bloke didn't answer his phone because it went to voicemail, and I left him a voicemail. Then I texted him and didn't get anything back. So then I'm by the window now, so I called him again and he answers. So I told him who I was and that, and I said, well, Matt, Fazoli's at the restaurant rather, and they say that they don't have any pizzas. Is there something else you want? And that time the bloke was hanging out the window from Fazoli's, and I went, hey, you talk to him. I said, you tell him what you bloody got in. Save relaying between me. So anyway, he went and answered, he spoke to the geezer, handed to me what they did have for him that was ready, and then he went off and cooked whatever the bloke had asked for. So then I went off and delivered it after that. Of course I knew where the bloody hell it was going then, same house. Got up there and it was just leave at the door. Went up to the door, and I guess the receipt from the last order had dropped out, and he just left it on his doorstep. Guess he was that hungry, he just ripped it out and didn't care about the receipt. So I put the food next to it, and this second lot of food, took a picture and got back in the van. And actually that order, the first one he'd done was 22 something, I think 22.50 I think was the first one. I'll obviously take a pic, put everything up here what I'd done. And it actually turned out to be more. I can't quite remember what it was, maybe $27, $28, and on the first one. And then the second one booked at initially booked at $14 and something, but after an hour you have to wait an hour for the tip to be confirmed, and then it shows up on Uber Eats, because the customer has up to an hour to change their mind on what they want to give you. They have, so they can like give you more or give you less, and I'm always worried about that, because some people, I haven't had it yet, but some people have done what they call tip baiting, and basically they can just take the tip out. They just want you to, they tell you they're going to give you $30, for example, and to get you to get the food quicker for them, and you get there and they may only give you 15 or something, or $10, whatever it is. You'll still get the base pay plus whatever the base pay is for that order. So somewhat, I don't really like that. I don't like that at all, actually. Except, I mean, I don't mind it when they put a bit more on top of it, but I'll put all that up here anyway, somewhere along the line. But yeah, it seemed like there's several pizzas delivered tonight. I think just the one at the Mint. Didn't do any Wingstop. No, I didn't do a Wingstop. But yeah, it was, can't even remember all that I delivered. But it was just not as busy as I thought it was. Oh yeah, so that other Uber Eats order came in, and what was that? I think that was a I think that might have been a Papa John's. I don't know. I'll put it all up there. I don't know. I just get just wrapped up in the delivery of it and trying to work around the madness of DoorDash's app. It can be a bit of a pain in the rear end. I mean, they've each got their differences: Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. DoorDash, their map is good. I like the map because it actually tells you can zoom in on it before you even take the order, which for me is good because I don't want to do a block of flats or apartment buildings, whatever, because I have a problem getting up and down. There's too many steps. If I go to the Donovan's, for example, in Lee's Summit, then it's okay there because they got elevators or lifts in there, so you can just walk halfway down the hill and jump in the elevator that gets you up in the lift rather. So that's always good. And plus, like, you need a code or whatever to get in there, and or just people will buzz you in. Whereas some of the other flats or blocks of flats in the area, their doorways, you know, to get up and down the steps are all on the outside of the building, and you freeze your bloody cockles off going up and down them. And some of them seem not to have any lights or whatever on them, and it's bloody downright dangerous, some of them. And I just don't want to mess with that. Don't want to mess with that. Where else? So I try not to do that. So I'll deliver to the Donovan's, and there's another block of flats down in Longview, at the end of Longview Boulevard, and they got several blocks of flats down there, but the ones at the end, they have lifts in them, so, which I didn't know about until a few months ago. So I'm always all right to deliver down there. But yeah, it was but like I said, I mean, they've all got their different characteristics, but DoorDash's map is probably the best one out of them, because it actually tells you the numbers of the houses. So if you actually go to the wrong go to the wrong house because the system's led you, not put you right outside the house, it's normally pretty good. It'll put you right outside the house, take you door to door, you know, but sometimes it's a little bit off, but you can at least look at the numbers and go, well, all right, it's the next one. I mean, there's been times I parked outside the wrong bloody one and had to walk across the grass to go deliver to next doors. But tonight it was just being a fruitcake yet again. I don't know what it... I wish DoorDash would just bloody well put more money into their app, because it's absolute stupidity, to be fair. And it could put bloody drivers in harm's way as well. I mean, you know, there was, remember last year, around this time, I think, and it has a problem when you go to a cul-de-sac, for example. It has a problem in lining the numbers up of the houses sometimes. But I was still learning back then, but still somewhat new to it. Anyhow, it lined me up. It was about 11:30 or something, 12 o'clock at night, and I get to this address, and it says that I'm right outside there. All right, so I bleed the app like a fool. So it goes up, walks up these steps, and I mean, my headlights have been straight at this house. Walked up the steps, and as I'm walking up the steps, I can hear these dogs flipping going nuts at this house. And I mean, it was like the hounds of the Baskervilles. You could have flipping hear them bloody drooling like they're ready to rip the bloody DoorDasher apart. Whoever's flipping walking up that flipping steps now ain't supposed to be there. And they were right, I weren't supposed to be there. But according to DoorDash, I bloody well was. Anyhow, so as I'm approaching the top of the steps, I hear the door open. God grief. And it was like, you could hear it squeak open, creak open. And blimey, I swear it flipping, this house should have had a bolt of lightning on the top of it. And the geezer comes out and he goes, do you think that you're at the correct address? Oh, I went, well, I thought I was, but now you've said that, I don't bloody well think so, mate. I think you're about to tell me otherwise. And all the time his bloody dogs are in the back, you could hear them snarling and flipping ready to flipping have dinner on me. Or as me. And I said to him, all right then, well, I said, is this your house number? And he goes, no. I went, all right. I said, all right then, well, obviously I've got the wrong address, sorry about that. I said, do you happen to know where this address is? This number? No, doesn't. No idea, he says. All right, so I turned around and I said, all right, well, thanks for not letting the hounds flipping eat me. The hounds of the Baskervilles. And then I just went down steps. Got down to the van, looked at the app, and he told me, I'd seen his number too by then. And I went, this is the house next door, you pellet. Why the hell didn't you bloody well know what number house is next door to you? I mean, it's literally like there, just the other side of the wall. Burke. That's all you had to say, tell me where it was. You knew I was there doing a food delivery. But this bloke sounded like Lurch. A bit like the one at Fippy and Fazoli's too. Anyway, but I mean, it could put you, stupid flipping things with the apps can put the driver in harm's way. Anyhow, I know now not to totally believe the bloody thing, so you always have to be careful. And take a torch with you. The silly little torches that I had were the ones from Harbour Freight at the time, so they didn't always work too well. They're a neat little torch, but they just don't work too well. So I got the Vipertech rechargeable one now, and it's got a taser on it too, which if you've seen my videos before, you would already know that, so I'll put a link to it down below. There's actually I did a product review on it too, and I'll try to remember to put that in the text below here. Alright, but I don't know, DoorDash is becoming a bit of a odd one lately. Odd one to deal with. Can't really remember what other madness I've gone through tonight to earn a few dollars. I didn't earn as much as I did last night, but I did start late, so that was on me. But I'm planning on being out here a bit earlier today. Evidently I've got to get down to O'Reilly's and get a new radiator cap, and I think it's got to be a radiator cap. There's plenty enough in the expansion tank, and it's too bloody hot to look in the radiator. But if the radiator was flipping load, it should be pulling it through the system and into that. But so I'll try that first. I mean, it's warm now, and the temperature gauge is like where it should be. I'll have to twiddle about tomorrow. It's late today. And then hopefully I'm going to be able to get one of the other repairs done this week, which is the CV joint. I think it's this side CV joint, because when you go round corners you can hear it clicking. So it needs that. It was actually a lot cheaper on the quote than I expected. And then it needs a gearbox mounter too, which I'm noticing a lot more now. But yeah, then hopefully that'll be it for the bloody repairs, except I noticed I'm getting a tyre tread's getting low on the passenger side front, so I might have to do that. Well, I'll have to do that. I know I'll have to do that. But yeah, so if you're just starting DoorDashing or Ubering or Grubhubbing, whatever, your car's going to be in and out the garage quite a lot more often. Because you're going to do more oil changes, because I'm doing anything from 800 to 1,000 a week. Today I did I think it was 148 miles or something I saw on here. Yesterday wasn't far short of that. Maybe it was a bit more I did. I think it was around about 148 that I did. I had a look briefly. And yeah, so you're going to go through to do oil changing more often. You're going to do, it seems more often, but you're doing the mileage to do it. Then you got tyres. You're going to go through tyres a lot more often. For me, I just go down to, if you're in the area of Kansas City or Lee Summit or Blue Springs area, I go to OK Tyres in Blue Springs, because I'd rather not bloody be spending $150, $200 on one bloody tyre, or 100. I mean, I can go there, get a decent second-hand tyre, and they can put that on there for 50, 60 quid, whatever it is. And then I'll get to sit there and play with the kitty cat if he's not trying to eat me whilst they're doing that. Also, brakes. You're going to be getting brakes a lot more often for sure. I drive a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan, and I know these vehicles, it's done it several times on this, is they're prone to having vibrating brakes, and like the discs are flipping awfully thin and just crap basically. So when you're going down a road at speed, whether it be on a motorway or just on a faster road, and you brake, the bloody thing's going to rattle your teeth out flipping holding onto the steering wheel. So do yourself a favour, just save yourself some time and monies. get yourself a set of heavy duty discs or rotors, whatever you want to call them. Get them all round. I've got them all, got heavy duty ones on here now. And ceramic pads. Definitely get ceramic pads, because they will last longer. The heat dissipation on them is a lot better. And they stop very bloody well. And it'll save you money, because next time you take your car in for getting new brakes, as long as you don't take the damn pads down to bare metal where it ripping scores the discs up or the rotors up, then you're not going to need a set of rotors on it. Plus, you can stamp on these bloody brakes, and the darn things will stop it'll stop very well, and you're not going to do any damage to the discs if they're the heavy duty ones. Which I never ever had that. I mean, I've been in the car trade way too many years, and I never had this flipping problem on the older vehicles where it been these warping discs, or I mean, you had to flipping really bloody hammer the crap out of them to do any damage to them. And really the only way they got damaged is when someone bloody well ran the pads right the way down to bare metal, and it ripped the just put grooves in the discs. But then you could just skim them and flatten them out a bit, give them a bit more life. But now it seems to be not that way. Anyway, so yeah, save yourself some dosh that way. You'll have to pay extra to get the heavy duty ones, but and of course getting ceramic pads, but it'll save you in the long run for sure. Don't believe the bloody mechanic if he's going to tell you that it's yeah, he can do it at this price, and you'll think, oh, okay, well, it's a bit cheaper, that's good. Well, confirm with him that you want heavy duty stuff, because if you're driving for a living, driving your van or your vehicle for a living, you are not going to be wanting to pay out for rotors and pads all the time. So just pay the extra and get that done, get it done, because it will save you money in the long run. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't have any other things. I certainly got some moans from today, or yesterday, from playing with bloody DoorDash, but the moans are not going to get me anywhere. I did apply to be a crew member on Uber Eats. Let's see how I get with that. That'll be see if I can put some feedback forward to them. I've got a few things to let them know about, just myself. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, alright, well, as usual, thanks for watching. If you liked all me babbling on like a fool, then hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button too, and it's free to subscribe, it costs you nothing. But it all helps the channel, grow. I see I've got several more subscribers this week. Word's getting around about me, this crazy old bloke chatting to himself, looking at a camera. Anyway, so yeah, enjoy that, and if you think there's some good content in it, then share it with someone else, whether you like them or not. Maybe if you don't like them, then maybe my voice will drive them crazy. But or maybe it's just it'll just send it to sleep, and either way, well, if you've been done you a favour. Alright, anyway, also click the bell icon as well, that way you're warned of when the new videos come out. And yeah, so hope everyone has a brilliant Sunday. Hope all the drivers have a very lucrative day of it, and hopefully it makes it worthwhile you being out. and hopefully all the customers get their food as they wanted, as they thought that it's supposed to turn up. So hopefully all that works out. Oh, I'll tell you what I did have tonight. Before I forget, one drink. I delivered one drink to someone. They lived a mile away from the Sonic where I picked up from. In fact, I drove more miles to get to the Sonic to deliver that one drink. But I shouldn't complain too much because they paid $17. I bloody hope that drink was well worth it, because, oh my goody cross. I wonder if it was some kid just nicked their parents' card or something. Parents gonna wake up tomorrow and go, what's this shit? Didn't get anything from Sonic last night. Holy shit, how much? Anyway, I don't know. I really don't know. That beats the delivering a piece of pie. No, I don't know. No, it was actually 2 pieces of pie. Alright, anyway, on that note, thanks again, and I hope you all had a great night, or day, weekend. Hopefully it's all gone well for you, and I'll be back. Hopefully this video goes up a lot quicker than the yesterday's one, because it was a bloody nightmare to upload. Alright, anyway, thanks again. Have a good night. Cheers. Ta-da.